My agency and I have ordered 10,354 websites, including some of the world's biggest. And guess what? 90% of them are getting these 3 things wrong. The 3 mistakes are content, whether it's on homepage, subpages, or blogs, social proof in the form of testimonials or reviews, and the calls to action being used on the website. The Exposure Ninja team and I see these mistakes again and again when we're auditing websites, and they all happen for the same reasons. But we'll get to that later. I can't even tell you how many times we open up a website and we actually have no idea what the business is selling. The heading will be something like "Simplify Your Life" with a call to action to call now with no other context. Okay, maybe a slight exaggeration, but here's a landing page from a successful CRM company, Zoho, and the headline is "Super fast work, steadfast growth." I bet they're really proud of that. But what does it mean? Now compare this to their competitor, ActiveCampaign, whose headline is "Keep track of leads in a CRM, not in your head." Now, even if I don't know what CRM is, I know that I want to keep track of leads in something else other than my head. It's clear to customers what they offer, so they're much less likely to bounce back to search or wherever they came from. And by the way, this customer-first approach to content goes way beyond the copy on your landing pages. Think about what your customers are actually searching for on Google. It's much more likely that they're searching for things like how to keep track of leads than super fast work, steadfast growth. Unbelievably, Zoho's landing page isn't even ranking top for that. Now, there are a few different ways to find the things that your customers are searching for. One of my favorite ways is to talk to your sales team if you've got them, or your customer service team if you don't. Yes, I know as marketers, we don't always want to talk to sales, but sometimes it's good for us. You can also use tools like alsoask.com to come up with different questions that people are asking. It's also worth checking out the content that your competitors and industry leaders are putting out to see what sort of pain points they're trying to take care of in their content. So this is how you get cold customers onto your site. Your great content warms them up a bit, and then you need to build some trust. Not to sound too dramatic, but the world is full of scams. We've all had those emails, you know the ones. They look like they're from Amazon, they request every detail about your life, otherwise a Bezos drone is going to fly in through your window and steal all your teaspoons. You get those emails too, right? Or just me? Or emails that say your account's going to be locked unless you hand over your personal details, and then they just hack your account anyway. Because we all have our scam radars up, people that land on your website for the first time need to know that you're trustworthy and quickly, and that their teaspoons are safe. Now, the easiest way to do this is to add third-party reviews to your site. These are reviews that customers can submit through sites outside your own, like Trustpilot, that you can then add to your site. Third-party reviews are typically viewed as more trustworthy than reviews that are submitted through your own site, because it's more likely that they're a real person and not just Jeanette from accounts giving you 5 stars over and over again. God bless Jeanette. In fact, 93% of users say that online reviews have impact on their purchase decisions. 93%. Wait. So that means if you don't have reviews on your site, that could be 93% of people that aren't buying from you. And by the way, if you're wondering how to get reviews from your customers, it's really simple. You just want to set up email automations that request reviews from customers at the sort of time period that you know they're most likely to leave them. So for example, if you're an e-commerce business and you know that on average your products arrive at someone's house after 5 days, then you might want to set up an automated email that goes out after 10 days asking them to leave a review. If you're a service company, you might want to send out automated emails that ask for reviews every month or 3 months. Now, you want to automate these because you're typically going to get a relatively low conversion rate on them, so you don't want to have to be sending them out manually, otherwise that gets really boring and takes ages, so automate them. By doing that, you'll be having a positive impact on the conversion rates of those 93% of people that are impacted by seeing online reviews. So the payoff is massive and it's pretty simple to implement, but every day we're sent websites to review that don't have any customer reviews on. Now at this point, your website visitors are starting to thaw off a bit. They know what you do and they know that they can trust you. So how do we get them warm enough to purchase? Good, calls to action. This is a terrible idea on a desk full of computers. Let's say that you need a car, but you're not quite sure what you want. So you go to a car dealership and you turn up to have a bit of a browse. Suspiciously suddenly, as if by magic, a salesperson appears by your side. "Buy now," they say. "Sorry, I'm a bit new to this. I'm not really sure which car I want to buy. Can you help me decide?" "Buy now." You look over their shoulder at the rest of the dealership. There are some cars, but there's no information, just a sign that says, "Simplify your life." Alright, yeah, I'm being a bit dramatic again, but this is how it feels to land on a website with no other CTA other than buy now or talk to sales. You risk alienating anyone who needs a bit more information before they're ready to part with their money. Online car dealership CarWow makes exactly this mistake. Their website only has 2 options: sell my car buy a car. This feels like a big step for someone who may have only just thought about buying or selling a car. These buttons are a little bit ominous as well. What happens when I actually click either one of these? Now, the competitor cinch shows how it should be done. Their main CTA is this search bar at the top of the page with drop downs to help you browse if you don't know enough to be able to search. Now, this is pretty low commitment, but still might feel like a step too far for someone who is really out of their depth. So they have a secondary CTA of not sure where to start, try our help me choose tool. There's also no ambiguity with either of these CTAs. You know what's going to happen with both of them, and they don't put any pressure on someone who isn't quite ready to buy now. Now, the problem with bad CTAs is so widespread, but it's also really easy to fix. All you need to do is you know what's cooler than being cool? Getting a free website and marketing review from Exposure Ninja. Yeah, if I haven't mentioned it enough times already, the ninjas and I have done over 10,000 of these reviews for businesses just like yours. They're 15-minute video audits done by real marketing experts, and there's absolutely no obligation to work with us. Although we are pretty awesome. Just head to exposureninja.com/review to request your free review, or click the link in the description. Thinking about these online car dealerships again. Now, it might make sense on a particular car product page to have a Inquire Now button, whereas on a blog page about electric cars, Inquire Now is going to be a step too far. Instead, you might have a downloadable buyer's guide to the best electric cars, for example. You could even take it a step further and create a calculator that the reader could use to compare different new cars that they're considering, or compare their existing car to other electric cars. With these sorts of calculators, you can also ask for people's email address before giving them the results of the calculator. This means you can follow up with them automatically, educating them and warming them up, ready to make a purchase. This is far more effective than just hitting them straight in the face with a call now button that they can't ignore. Okay, so what's that secret underlying thing that connects all of this together? Well, something that falls under the radar in most of the business world is how many of the visitors on your website are cold. Alright, not physically cold, but cold to your business, i.e. they don't know you. They might not know if they need your thing, and they might not know if they can trust you. If you take a step back and think about how much your ideal customer actually knows about you before they do business with you, it's really not that much. You need to remember that you have the curse of knowledge, where you know loads about your business, so you end up assuming that other people do too. And where many brands fall into this curse of knowledge trap is by packing their website full of information that just confuses their potential customers. So anyone who isn't a warm lead and doesn't already know your business won't convert because either they don't have the social proof from your reviews and don't want to buy now, or they won't find your site in the first place because it doesn't rank for the sort of searches that they're making. In order to warm them up, you need great content that targets different questions and concerns that your potential customers are going to have even before they know that they want to buy from you. Reviews and testimonials to build trust and build your business's credibility, and those great calls to action that match the stage that your visitor is at in their buyer journey. Remember, not everybody is going to be ready to buy right now. And that's the main thing that we've learned from auditing these 10,354 websites. It's that most businesses don't understand their buyer journey. They treat every visitor to their website as a warm customer, when in reality, most of them are cold. But by creating content, gathering reviews, and using calls to action that keep your coldest customers in mind, you'll be able to turn these into warm customers who convert rather than getting turned away. How embarrassing, these just get everywhere. If you're thinking, that's great Tim, but I don't know how to improve my calls to action, well check out this video where I show you how to create a call to action that never fails.